And here we go. So as I make my way over to a seated position, I forgot my block. I'm gonna just come into a comfortable seat and feel my hips underneath my shoulders so that we're not kind of tilting forward and not in our thinking mind, but we're in a place of relaxation, in a place of a proud chest. Shoulders melting down the back body, hands onto the legs, and our eyes are nice and calm. Today, I thought we would practice feeling good together and allow ourselves to literally short circuit stress. There's two different kinds of stress. There's eustress, which is like when you're playing tag and it's super fun and joyful and you're running around and you're trying to get away from someone, but it's in a playful nature. And then there's stress, which is where like a bear is chasing you and you are in this fight or flight mode and you're like overwhelmed. So as we come into this comfortable seat, we're going to tap into our inner peace using our breath. We're gonna literally short circuit any kind of stress and prepare ourselves for a positive path for the day. Feel the peace in the breath as you either look at a spot out in front of you or close your eyes and begin to allow yourself to settle in. And if you still feel like your mind is wandering, sway a little bit from side to side. As you sway yourself back to center, begin to find the breath. Might have gotten lost in your morning. So just begin to allow yourself to settle in. And rest in the awareness. As we gently relax into the simplicity of the breath. Appreciate the belly rising and the belly falling. Notice the sensations. And feel the loving kindness and the compassion of the breath. Sense itself making its way through your nose, filling your mind up with the sweet nectar of ease. Feel the relaxation of the breath as it falls down like a waterfall through your shoulders, your arms, your torso. Watch the breath as it cascades down through your heart, your belly, and your hips. Be aware of the breath as it releases any congestion in your low back. And trickles through your knees. And then rushes out down the lower half of your legs, releasing any congestion out through the soles of your feet. And from your brains to your bones, you are breathing. No judgment. Just creating this sense of peace and calm. And let's keep this wonderful, compassionate breath flowing through us as we move through a gentle mat practice this morning. If your eyes were closed, start to open your eyes. And once again, with your tongue soft as the words have left your body, let's sway from side to side. Just feel good in this seated side to side stretch. And then as the hands kind of caress the thighs, now begin to start to reach one arm up and then the other. Awesome. I don't know if you just heard that. My back just cracked. And from swaying side to side, let's come on back to center, just guiding your body back to center. And we'll take and draw your chin to your chest. And as your chin comes to your chest, feel your head hang heavy. Feel the brain rest in your skull. And then gently guide the left ear to the left shoulder. So you're just looking down to your feet. Finding space through the right side. And then we'll guide our chin to our chest. And roll it to the other side. Right ear, right shoulder. Feel the release of any tightness on your next exhale. Guiding your chin back forward. Try and take 3 deep breaths to roll your head back into a neutral position. Fantastic. And from this space, we are going to now make our way onto our hands and our knees. So I'm going to release my block and bring myself onto my hands and my knees. So we've gotten our necks and our arms and our side bodies prepared. Our breath is gentle and compassionate, just like when we had that opening meditation. Feel your fingers spread out wide, middle finger pointing forward, and then wag your tail. Simply wag your tail. Feel your hips come on back to center, and now we're gonna stretch out the hands a little bit. So bring your thumbs forward and your fingers to point to the sides. Try and have the eyeballs of the elbows point to the sides of your space. And now we're going to switch. Fingers point towards you. Shoulders draw back into the back body. Feel your back flat. Feel this good stretch from all the computer work that you do. This is great for carpal tunnel, tennis elbow. And then bring the fingers back to face forward. Now, if and only if you want to do this, right, you're greeting the body of today, flip your palm up to get a stretch on one side. Couple deep breaths, and then roll the palm back down and switch to the other side. Palm up, body calm, breathing with compassion. And then here we go, place the palm back down. And on your exhale, send your tailbone back. Inhale, belly hangs, proud chest, shoulders open. And exhale, send your booty back, chin to the chest. Inhale, you're kind of creating this nice rocking motion. And exhale, rounding and opening. Let's do that a couple more times. An inhale, the inflow of the breath creates space. And the outflow, slightly round your back as your buns go back. Breathing in and simply breathing out. Observe the toxins leaving your body. And we'll come back into a neutral spine. All right, from this space, we're going to move Instead of back and forth, we're going to move side to side. So almost as if your body is your finger dipping into the honey jar, kind of trace your fingers around the side, moving in one direction, and now reverse it, moving in the opposite direction. Just waking up your body for your day. This is gentle and fluid. And then come on back to center. Now we're going to get into our toes. So the shoelace side of your feet are down now. Roll the ball mounts of your toes to the ground and send your booty back. You're slightly pressing into the hands, but don't make anything too intense. And you're stretching out the ball mounts of the toes, the arches of the feet, your heels, even into your Achilles. And then come on back into a neutral position and click the shoelace side of your feet down to the ground. So you're kind of tap, tap, tapping. Now walk your knees together and take and reach your right leg back, almost as if it's a tail. And notice how your belly wants to kind of collapse. See if you can just use this to find more stability. Flex your foot, point your toes, flex your foot, and point your toes. And now bend the knee and slightly open up the hip. And if you want to, you can roll your foot in one direction and the opposite. And then we'll straighten out the leg and lower the knee down. And we'll find a cat-cow in between. So reset the knees, knees hip width apart, belly hangs, heart lifts high. And exhale, round and open up. That feels good. Inhale, find a neutral spine, knees come back together, and the left leg reaches back. Again, try not to have the ribs pop out, but really feel every exhale, the ribs stitch together as you point, flex, point, and flex. And now moving into the hip, bend the knee, and draw the hip point high on the left side. And then you can roll the left foot one way in reverse, and then straighten out the leg, and the knee comes down. Finding your cat-cow, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, proud chest, open heart. And then exhale, going from that subtle compression to rounding out the back. Finding a neutral spine, we're gonna stretch our hips. So bring your knees again back together, and as the right foot reaches back, take the right knee to the other side of the left knee. So you're wrapping the leg, and then send your booty back. As you'll see, kind of my left shin's coming up a little bit, but I'm really getting into the right hip. Your head hangs. You're stretching out the IT band, your piriformis, your low back. And then come on back into a neutral spine and bring your right knee down. Inhale, lifting and opening. Exhale, rounding out. Come into a neutral spine, bring your right knee down, take your left leg back and lift it up and bring left knee to the opposite side of the right leg. And then we'll send our tush back again. Feel your head hang, feel the simplicity of the stretch. Really, the weight of your head can stretch out all the way down to your low back. Feel your body relaxing for one more deep breath in this position. And then press back up into a neutral spine and we'll unwind the leg, knee comes down. Roll the toes under for this cat-cow. So as you inhale, lift your heart. And now as we exhale and round and open up, we're gonna send our hips high and walk the dog. So you're just gonna walk. Point your toes out a little bit, bending knees left and right and left and right. Find some kindness as you Broaden and build upon the breath, deeper, easier. And then, as your feet come into a comfortable position in your dog, feel your head hang down. I'm looking at all of you, but really feel your head hang. Notice the glutes are higher, shoulders reaching to the sides of the space that you're in, and your gaze is towards the belly button as the breath is slow and steady. And then we'll look forward and step one foot and then the other forward until you're in a nice fold. Little bend in the knees, head hangs down. You could even, and I'll just turn, you could even grab your opposite elbow and feel this natural traction. Feel the space in between the intervertebral discs as every breath is healing and healthy. And then release your hands and slowly unfurl your spine, rolling your body up to standing. Ta-da. Spine is long, body's relaxed, and we're just finding peace in every step. Feeling this space, shrug one shoulder up, back, and down, and then the other shoulder up, back, and down. With your inhale, reach your arms up high, and as you exhale, a little bend in the knees, dive all the way down and fold forward. Allow yourself to relax. Your feet are about 2 fist widths apart. You can have a little bend in the knees or your legs can be straight, but make sure your glutes are active so you're supporting the hamstrings. And let's take the left hand to the right foot and your right arm high to the sky for a twist. Rotate your wrist one direction, the opposite. And then take your hand to your tailbone and see if you can find a deeper expression to the twist. And then let your head hang down. Right hand comes down to the left foot. Left hand reaches up, spread out your wings as you rotate one way with the hand and then reverse. And as the wrist relaxes, place the hand to the tailbone and turn a little bit more, rinsing out your guts, massaging the internal organs. And exhale, left hand comes down. Feel a little bend in the knees as your head hangs heavy. And now we're gonna take a step back. So I'm gonna turn sideways again so you can see. Lift your left foot up and step it back. So you're creating a low lunge. Left knee and shin down to the ground. And on your inhale, walk your hands up to the right thigh. Breathing into your low back, feel your chest long, lengthening like a telescope. Pubic bone and tailbone having a really nice conversation. And as you feel the stability in the breath, see if you can take a deeper twist. Left hand outside of the right leg, and the right hand reaches back. And now notice the upper arm muscles might be passive. See if you can activate them. Bones hug muscles, muscles hug bones as you rotate. Fantastic job, everyone. Good job. Hands down, framing out the right foot. And now we're gonna just kind of, I call this flossing the hamstrings, opening up the hips. Kick your right heel out as your chest lifts. And then exhale, lunge again. Inhale, lengthening toes high, buns back. And exhale, lunge. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, lunging. On your next exhale, roll the left toes under. And as your palms are down, we're simply going to step back to down dog. And remember, you're greeting the body of today, so do the best you can, whichever way works for you to open up. Walk your dog a little bit. You'll definitely notice a difference between sides. And then we're gonna take and step the left foot forward. Right knee and shin down, hands onto the thigh to create stability. Readjust pubic bone and tailbone if you need to. And then here we go. Right hand outside of left leg, left hand opens up, upper arm muscles hug the bone, shoulders. There's a gentle smile on your face. Feel that smile kind of moving inward as you find joy in the cells, twisting a little further. And then bring the left hand forward, frame out the foot, kick the heel forward, and we're gonna floss again. Hips back, hamstring stretch. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, lunging. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. And with your exhale, palms down, roll your right toes under, and we'll step back down dog. So just walk out your legs. Feel this nice release through your hips, your low back, and spread out your fingers wide as your head hangs. We're going to come to the ball mounts, the toes, bend your knees and bring your booty back so that your chest touches the thighs. With this open space in your armpits and your low back, start to straighten out the knees and then lower the hips, and you'll find more length in the legs. And just observe the breath as it travels through your body. One more really good exhale. And now we're gonna find a gentle vinyasa. Inhale brings you to high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin all the way down. And take the tops of the feet to the ground, and we'll inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, lower. Subtle compression. Inhale, lifting, strengthening the back, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting, last one, and exhale, lowering your forehead back down to the ground. On your exhale, roll the toes under, pressing into your hands and knees. Lift your knees up just a little bit until your legs lengthen out and your head hangs down. Wonderful, wonderful job. We're gonna start to look to our hands and step peacefully, one hand and one foot towards each other until you're in a forward fold in the center of your mat. So I'm gonna turn, but you're all still facing towards me as your head hangs and the body is long. Begin to reach the hands forward, lower your buns, and lengthen your legs out in front of you. Sway from side to side, moving the fleshy part of the skin away so that your heels are forward and your toes are high. Find a simple inhale and use the next exhale to just literally melt out over the legs. We've worked our hamstrings and our hips this morning. As our head hangs heavy, notice if you've let go of the thoughts and the words. Feel your mind clear. With your next inhale, come on up. Grab the inside arches of the knees and take your knees out and feet together. And then like a butterfly wing, just kind of sway from side to side. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Open your feet like a book, lift your heart, and with your exhale, guide your chest forward. Simple breaths, allowing the torso and the weight of your head to create more space in the inner thighs. With your inhale, come on up. And as you exhale, draw your knees together and take and bring the left leg forward. So we're going to come into a little bit of a twist. Bring your left hand to hug the right leg and your right hand back behind you, twisting. Feel both feet active, spine nice and long. And really, really rinse out any congestion, anything that you've been holding on to. With the breath, watch it disappear and dissolve from your being. And then come on back to center and straighten out the right leg, shake out the legs, and bring the left leg up. Right hand is going to hug the left leg, left hand reaches back, tent up the fingertips, and then lift and lengthen. Gaze is soft, eyes are internal. And just observe. Witness the breath. And every exhale, find more rotation. And then come on back to center, shaking out the leg as you release them. And then we're going to take and do one gentle back bend. So bring your right foot to the left inner thigh and take your right hand back behind you. With your left hand, just gently touch your heart and feel that peaceful energy as your heart rises like the sun, looking to the right hand as you gently arc your spine. Lower your buns and bring your feet together and just like that butterfly, sway from side to side until we switch. Right foot out, left foot inner thigh, left hand reaches back, finding a firm, planting your hand down on the ground, right hand to your heart, and then looking to the left hand, lift your hips up high. Feel the breath as your hand is touching your heart. Feel that inner metronome as your next exhale draws your hips back down. And then bring your feet together and sway from side to side. So we shook out any congestion. We allowed ourselves to short circuit any stress. From that swaying sensation, just come into a comfortable seat and bring your hands back to the legs. And if you want to, you can take one hand to your tummy and one hand to your heart, or you could lay down, whatever feels good for you. And as you come into this space, feel how we move peacefully through our practice. And maybe begin to close your eyes as we conclude with a little gentle meditation. Thich Nhat Hanh always talks about how peace is in every step. So as you come into a mindful state, relaxing and integrating your mind and your body and your heart, I'll just read a little quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. Peace is in every step. The shining red sun is in my heart. Each flower smiles with me. How green and how fresh all that grows. How cool the wind blows. Peace is in every step. It turns the endless path to joy. As you appreciate the breath and the gentle movement practice that we've created, feel that peaceful energy flowing through you. And really honor the body of today with compassion. If your eyes were closed, Let's gently begin to open our eyes as we all take and bring our hands in front of our heart to acknowledge the balance and the ease that we've created so the brightness within can shine without today. And so that peace is in your heart every step that you take. Thank you so much, everybody here today, to create a calm and focused mind and a relaxed and balanced body. I really appreciate all of you spending time working to build resiliency so that you can thrive in thought, in speech, and in action. May the merits of our practice together benefit all beings. I'm wishing you tons and tons of love and lots of peace so that you can love more and stress less. Namaste, everyone. Thanks so much.